Hey guys, I'm in the process of planning back to school lunches. Rogan's in kindergarten this year, so I'm thinking through what we're going to pack for lunch, how I'm going to bulk prep everything. And so I wanted to share my ideas and thoughts with you so you can also kind of start to gear up for it. What's our approach going to be for nourishing our kids for the school year? I like to use the good, better, best. So, can I find a better way to feed my kids what they love? Some days you might hit it out of the park, and some days it might be a flop, but at least you're trying to give your kids better options than maybe you have in the past. Here are some examples. Rogan discovered corn dogs. Not because of me. So she discovered corn dogs and she's gonna want them this year as we're packing our lunch for kindergarten. So Jamie Pittum, she sent me a recipe for homemade corn dogs. I haven't tried it yet. It's on my list of things to do, but it's gotta be healthier than buying frozen ones or getting them at school. Homemade Uncrustables. So if we're gonna do Uncrustables some days, I'm gonna make them homemade. I'm gonna use whole wheat bread, maybe even some sourdough. Chickpea noodles with spaghetti. So if I'm prepping spaghetti for lunch, I'm gonna swap out my white starchy noodles for some chickpea noodles, knowing that the glycemic index is not as high on chickpeas. Homemade nutter butters. So Kelsey just sent me a picture. She used Belvita cookies or crackers, and then she took her own nut butter and honey and protein powder, and she made like a filling for it, and it's so pretty. Good job, Kelsey. So like just finding ways to make things that they love but make them better. So she snuck in some cleaner ingredients and some protein. And then another example would be like just like yogurt. So can we flavor yogurt, plain yogurt versus buying it pre-flavored with, a bunch of garbage or sugar. So this is something that Kelsey and I both have, and ours look different, but I have Kelsey's here. So we both have a rotation list for the things that our family loves. So we have a list of fruits, veggies, proteins, and different snacks. So I would encourage you to make your own rotation list. What are the things that your family loves that you want to rotate through? Because I think if you just get in the monotonous rut of doing the same thing, that's when your family gets bored. So keep a list and just keep it on the fridge and keep adding to it. Here are some tips as we get into the school year. Prep in bulk whenever you can fit a prep window in your schedule. It might not be Sunday, but that's okay. Fit it in when you can and prep in bulk. It's less dirty dishes and it takes a lot less time. Plan to pack your lunch and your kids' lunch always. If fast food was not an option, you would find a way to figure it out. If you're not sure like what you want to cook and you need some ideas and you're like you really want some flavor, go look at some restaurant menus and find ways that you can make it at home. Now, this is Kelsey's food rotation that she shared last year when we did this Zoom call. I condensed it down, but I wanted you to see how she rotates the food in. So she's got week one, she's got a couple fruits, couple vegetables, and a couple proteins. And you'll notice that she just kind of rotates them through. So Monday, cantaloupe, edamame, shredded chicken with salsa. Tuesday, strawberries, carrots, turkey sausage, cottage cheese. Wednesday, pears, sweet potato, steak with salad. And then she repeats them again. Okay, super simple. Week two, going into lunch rotation, she's got different fruits, different vegetables, different proteins, and she rotates them again. Week three, same thing. Different fruits, different vegetables, different proteins. Okay. Now, breakfast ideas. I love some of her breakfast ideas. So she does the just crack an egg. You can buy them at the store, but instead of buying them at the store, she makes her own in a jar. So she'll have the sausage, spinach, cottage cheese already made up, and then she'll crack an egg that morning. And I think even her kids do it on their own. She'll crack an egg in the morning, they microwave it, and there you go, breakfast in a jar. She also puts a carb there, so she's got a banana. And then look at Tuesday, yogurt parfait and peaches. Wednesday is another crack an egg. Thursday's yogurt parfait. So she's rotating the two back and forth. Week two for breakfast, she rotates two back and forth. Protein pancakes with peanut butter and honey and strawberries. And then she also rotates in a yogurt parfait, sausage links, and peaches. Those go back and forth. And then week three, she's got Ezekiel bread toasted, hard boiled eggs. I would do egg whites for the kiddos, do hard boiled eggs, and then some bacon. Now, Tuesday, she's got protein shakes in there. If your kids will do blended protein shakes for breakfast, that's awesome. Rotate it in there. Here are some products that we both use that I like to keep on hand, mostly for the kids, but I'll dabble in them a little bit. Our kids really like the Real Good brand of breaded chicken strips from Walmart. I looked at the ingredients. Honestly, it's all clean ingredients except one, which is canola oil, and it's the very end of the list. I was so impressed that there wasn't sugar, maltodextrin, anything overly processed. So check those out. Applegate chicken sausage we keep on hand for breakfast. Bolthouse Greek yogurt ranch. Heinz no sugar ketchup. Side note, it's sweetened with stevia, so it still is sweet. And then all of the Primal Kitchen condiments avocado mayo, teriyaki, ranch, barbecue. They're all great. And then, one that I just found at Costco recently was like a rotisserie seasoned chicken breast. It's a freezer bag. But again, very few ingredients that I didn't love, and I was actually pretty impressed with the project or with the product. So, as you're thinking about how you're going to get ready to get into back to school routine and pack lunches, keep a couple things in mind. Prep in bulk. Make a list of the things that you know your kids will eat and just start rotating. Maybe you want to write it up on the fridge that first week. Monday, we're having this. Tuesday, we're having this. Keep it so basic. Rotate out anything that they didn't love. Be open to feedback if they didn't like stuff. It's okay. And just keep adjusting as you go. I hope this was helpful.